Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome to my time at Portia. Some of you may already recognize this game from my channel, because back when it was released as an early access title, we actually gave my time at Portia a little try. But so many new things have been added since, that I felt like it would be a good time for us to jump back in with a brand new workshop. My time at Portia has actually been released as a full game now, so with all of the new updates that we've missed, I feel like it would be a good idea for us to explore it straight from the beginning. We didn't get too far with our first workshop, so it's not as though we're going to be losing too much progress. And aside from that, I guess the very first thing we're going to get to explore is the character creation screen. I wonder if maybe they've added anything new in here? I mean, right off the bat, facial hair? I don't think that was an option for us in the previous version of the game. But we're going to go ahead and choose a female character. Oh, and she has a decoration tab too? Interesting, we'll have to check that out for sure. But we're going to go ahead and name her Jess again. And then I guess we'll start right here with the hair. Have they added any new hairstyles? I think all of these down here are brand new. I do remember some of these. In fact, I think we actually chose this one with the pigtails, because it looks super cute, of course. But everything down on the bottom half, all of these look completely new. So there's a really cute short hairstyle, and is that like a messy bun on top of her head? Oh, I actually really like that one. That might be the one that we end up choosing. There's this one with a ponytail in the back. That one's pretty cute too. And then a nice fancy hairstyle. And of course you can change the length of all of the different parts of the hair too. If you want longer bangs maybe, shorter bangs. And I think the second option should be the back. Now did this hairstyle only have one slider? Alright, so what does this change? Oh, it changes the hair right on top? Okay. Well, I think we're gonna go for right about in the middle. That seems like a good place to start. Now, as far as the hair color goes, this time, why don't we actually choose purple? My favorite color. I suppose we could always maybe brighten it up a little bit. Yeah, like a pastel shade. Ooh, that looks really pretty. Somewhere about there. We can change the hair highlights too, but honestly, I think it looks just fine the way it is, so we're just gonna leave it at that. What color eyes should we give her though? That's probably right here on the upper face. And we have two different eye colors to choose from too. It looks like we can change the highlights and the base color as well. So what do you think? Maybe something like yellow would be nice? Or more of a brown earthy color? Actually, if we change the highlight over to yellow. Oh, that looks really cool. It almost looks like a little sunset in her eyes. Maybe if we just darken this up a tiny bit? Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna go with. That looks really pretty. So here's our little character so far. I've changed up all of her features, and now all that should be left are the decorations. So it looks like we have all sorts of little markings that we could put on our face. Like scars, is that what that is? We have face paint, even eyeshadow too, a little bit of blush. Oh my goodness. And are those actually... Yeah, we can give her freckles too. Oh my gosh, I am super tempted to give her some cute little freckles. What do you think, is that about right? Yeah, I think she is looking super cute. If you give me an option to put freckles on my character, then that is exactly what I'm going to do. So I guess here she is. The brand new Jess and workshop owner of Portia. In case you guys aren't familiar with my time at Portia, we're actually going there to take over our father's old workshop. So kind of like Stardew Valley in a way, where our grandfather passed down the farm to us, we're going to be taking over the workshop and restoring it to its former glory. So are you ready, Jess? Let's go ahead and dive in. Oh, but wait a second. Oh my gosh, we can actually choose our birthday now? Are you kidding? Do you think maybe the villagers are going to like give us gifts and stuff? That is too cute. So we can choose all throughout the year, spring to winter. And you know, my birthday is actually June 11th. So since that's kind of like on the cusp of spring and summer, we're gonna go with summer. The 11th of summer as our birthday. Wait a second, this is summer, right? It looks like they have a little Halloween event down here. The Day of Memories, the Ghost Hunt Festival. Wishing lanterns after that. Okay, this is all stuff that we have definitely not seen yet. I don't think we even made it to our first festival in early access. But at least it gives us a sneaky little peek of what's to come, I guess. And our birthday is apparently right around the martial arts tournament too. So let's go ahead and confirm that. And dive back into the world of my time at Portia. Time to set sail and explore the world again.
We're coming up on Portia.
Whoa, that looks beautiful.
What are you gonna do there? Ruin diving?
Something like that.
We get someone like you once in a while. Always seeking that adventure. Good to be young. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh, I can't get over how adorable she is. It's nice to see that Wu-Wah is still ferrying everybody over to Portia too, so it looks like he still has his job. But everything else looks very similar to what I remember. Oh, and Presley! Jess!
Presley, how do you do?
Ah, good to see you again. Hope you had a pleasant journey from Barnarock, right? That's quite far.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm here to show you to your workshop, so if you would please follow me, it's pretty close.
Oh, this feels so familiar. Now the town does actually look a little bit different from what we can see. So I wonder where the workshop is right now. Do you think maybe that house way up on the hill?
I wonder what it's like. I didn't get to know my pa too well.
No one's been working there since your pa left Portia so many years ago. He was a good friend.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. So everything looks pretty much the same as far as the controls are concerned. But yeah, Presley, go ahead and lead us to our new workshop, alright? Oh my goodness, wait a second, what is that up there? I don't remember seeing those before. So close to our workshop too? If that's where we're headed anyways. Oh my gosh, the bus is over here. There's already people running through the streets.
Here we are, your workshop. This place sure has seen some wear and tear. What do you think?
Looks homely.
Now then, here's a letter from your father. He asked me to present it to you when you've seen this house.
Yup, this is the Portia that I remember. It looks like the old workshop is still in the same place, too. So, a letter from our father. Jess, when you read this letter, I will already be on the other side of the world. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that I'm not the father you wanted me to be. This was all so sudden, so I didn't have much time to tell you or figure out how to take care of you. Then I thought about this workshop. It might not look like much right now, but it will brace you from the wind and cover you from the rain. I have left my workshop handbook that details how I created things in my workshop. The rest is up to you. Do your best and live a wonderful life. You will always be my pride and joy. From Pa. Oh, that is so sweet. So he's handing down the workshop to us. And his workshop handbook too.
Portia Commerce Guild tomorrow. It's located around Peach Plaza. Can't miss it.
So if I remember correctly, Presley actually works at the Portia Commerce Guild, and he's going to be the one giving us a lot of the contracts, I guess, that will tell us what we need to build.
As much as I'd like to give you a builder license right away, you'll need to prove your worth for a couple of tests.
That's right, and we're going to have to show that we have what it takes to become a builder first.
Got it. Tomorrow.
Anyway, I'll leave you be. Get some rest.
Bye, Presley. Thanks for your help.
There we go, our first day in Portia already complete. Presley is such a sweetheart, though. Looks like we're still sleeping. Come on, Jess, time to get up. There's a lot of work to do.
Getting a good night's sleep.
Yep, and it looks like the very first thing we need to complete is patching up the house again. Look at all of the holes in the floor here. There are drafts coming through the windows. It is no wonder that she's having such a hard time getting a good night's sleep. And it also affects her stamina too, I believe. If you see that yellow bar on the bottom of the screen, that should represent her energy, so she won't be able to do as much during the day. Not until we find a way to patch up all of these holes in the ground at least. So the very first quest that we have is to go to the Commerce Guild to go meet Presley, and to see what sort of test he has in mind for us so we can get our builder's license. Oh my goodness, and all those things on the side of the screen? I guess we didn't technically complete those, did we? So we can open up the map with the M key. That'll show us where everybody is located, or at least where the quests that we need to go to are located. All the different shops we can visit, and apparently some pretty good fishing spots too. We can even mark a little place in our map in case we have somewhere special that we want to go, so we'll have to remember that. I'm not sure if that was available in the previous version of the game. Oh my gosh, though, there are so many fishing spots out here now. I know a few people around town who would be very, very happy about that. So let's see what else it wanted us to do. We could actually auto-run? Oh, I guess that's pretty helpful. That'll help us get around the town a bit faster. And we can collect glowing objects with the E key as well, so all that wood that we're going to need to fix the house. But first, let's go ahead and check out this letter that we have in our mailbox from the Portia Times. Hello, new subscriber. This is the Portia Times. We are sponsored by the city government and the local Commerce Guild branch to bring you the latest news in our city for free. We are monthly publications, so papers will be sent out on the first day of each month. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to visit our office on Main Street. Excellent, so we'll be getting all of our most important news from the Portia Times. So we've got to check that mailbox often. Now let's go ahead and scoop up all of these extra little bits and bobs along the way, because I know that we're going to need all of this wood in the future. Once we have the opportunity to build some tools, we'll be able to chop down trees and stuff too. But for now, we're just going to have to rely on all of the twigs that have already fallen. It looks like there's one more batch back here. Or a few more even. Geez, 12 pieces of wood already? Oh, and I think I see somebody out there. Well, they're pretty far away. Do we want to go running through the fields to go meet them? We should probably see Presley first. Something tells me that we should make that a priority before we go chatting with anybody else. Now, this should be the Portia Commerce Guild, right next to A&G Construction and the apartments too. Alright, so this is the one that we want to go into, right? I know the mayor's place is somewhere around here as well, but I think Presley is usually right inside here. We are settling in pretty well, I'd say. We're having a little bit of trouble with the holes in our house, but I'm sure it's nothing that we can't handle.
Introduce you to the Commerce Guild. We're the organization that orchestrates trade across the entire Free Cities region. This is the Portia branch. We're pretty busy throughout the year. Now then, let me give you your builder test. This is pretty easy. Make an axe and pickaxe and bring them to me. You need to have wood and stones to make these. You can gather them on your own or buy them from the Total Tools in Central Square. After you have the raw materials, you need to craft the items on a work table. I saw your pa's with one in your yard, so check and see if that one still works.
Excellent, so good thing we picked up so many of those items. Yeah, this is where we're going to be spending most of our mornings, I guess. I remember coming over here to the bulletin board to pick up these commissions. That's what they were called. That'll allow us to take on a new job around town. Maybe if somebody wants a certain piece of furniture made, or if some other big project needs doing too. I remember at one point they wanted us to build bridges to get to new areas. So there's a lot that a builder can do around here. And it looks like those mysterious chests are still placed right on top of those walls. We're gonna have to do a little bit of parkour again later, I suppose. But first, let's go back to our workshop, and we'll see if maybe we can go ahead and make the pickaxe and axe that he's looking for. The sooner we get this done, the better after all. So this is going to be our little workbench, and this is where we can make most of our tools. Practice swords and everything that comes after too, but we want the tool section. So a simple axe is going to take 5 pieces of wood and 8 pieces of stone. That means we're going to have to find some more later. Well, let's go ahead and craft it, and then we'll see what we need for the pickaxe too. A little bit more wood and a little bit more stone. So at least it'll give us a good opportunity to do some more exploring and see if maybe anything else around here has changed. I mean, for the most part, the layout is basically what I remember. I know that we had a farm next door, and I do vaguely remember that they actually had some animals too. Don't they have like chickens or ducks over here? Yeah, let's see if we can find whoever was over here before. Maybe they're still working on the farm and we can introduce ourselves. We should probably introduce ourselves to the neighbors first anyways. They are going to be the closest by. Oh, I remember you. Sophie. Oh, let's say hello to her. She is so cute. She is a farmer and Emily's grandmother, apparently. My back aches from time to time, but Dr. Zoo always has a remedy ready for me. He's a good doctor. Well, you just let us know if you ever need any help around here, Sophie. We would love to lend you a hand. I mean, look at all of the birds she has out here. Oh my gosh, this is even more than I remember. Chickens and ducks and little ducklings too. Surely she must have somebody out here helping her on the farm, because this is a lot for one person. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Emily is around here somewhere too. Oh, is that you, Emily? There you are. It looks like she is rushing over here to feed all the birds. Having a little bit of trouble with the gate, unfortunately. Hang on a second, we need to introduce ourselves to you too. A sunny farmer girl, Sophie's granddaughter. Hey there, I'm Emily, your next door neighbor. It's so nice to have new people move into our town. You should drop by my ranch sometime. Well, not that we're not already here. Maybe you could tell me a little bit about all of these birds that you're keeping? Hey, Jess, spring's finally here. Can you smell it? I love the spring smell. A smell of rebirth and rejuvenation. Oh, she's pretty cute too. So there's a lot of different things that we can do with the townsfolk around here. We can spar with them, apparently. We can play rock, paper, scissors and things like that. But we'll explore that a little bit more after we've found the correct tools that we need. In fact, I wonder if they have some sticks and stones out here. We could do some snooping around the backside of their farm, maybe, where they're not going to notice if we grab any of their resources, I guess. Oh, they have cows over here. Cows and horses and manure. Well, I know we're going to need this eventually. Go ahead and grab a couple pieces of that, I guess. Maybe that'll help us if we ever have any plants to grow ourselves. Oh my goodness, and there is a ton inside the sheep pen. Oh, look at these little guys though. Prancing around on those tiny skinny legs. Oh, I would love to have some sheep at our workshop. I think there is actually a way for you to take care of animals in your workshop too, but of course we're going to have to probably purchase a little pen for them. What is that? Oh my gosh, that is mildly terrifying. Are you some sort of enemy? Yeah, Mr. Ladybug, level 6? Well, we probably don't want to go swinging our axe around them now, do we? Something tells me if we attack one, every single one of them is going to come after us. Oh, actually, now that we have the axe, we could just go ahead and chop down some of these little trees right here. Maybe this one will do? Let's see if this gives us any extra wood. Yeah, there we go. Much better than those tiny little stacks of sticks. There's apples up here. Can we kick this tree? Yeah, there you go. Knock all those fresh apples down for us. That might help us restore a little bit of our energy too, if we do end up running out. Nice, so at least we have one apple in the hand. And it looks like every single time we kick the tree, we're even gaining a little bit of experience points too. So before we know it, we're going to be leveled up already. So do we have enough to make the pickaxe now? We must be super close if we don't. And as far as the stones go, we'll probably want to go back here anyways to gather up a couple of extra little bits. Yeah, I think I see some sparkling stones back here. And these 2 patches will definitely be enough. Nice, level 2 already. And it's hardly even our first day. It is starting to get pretty dark out here though. The days do pass pretty quickly, unfortunately, so we'll have to rush back and see if we can finish off that pickaxe. Oh, hello. random horse. Literally just horse. Wait a second. You're all dressed up too. Oh no, is your owner missing you? Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we can hop on or anything. What on earth? Where are you going? I know we were supposed to make our pickaxe, but I am awfully curious now. Random horse just walking into town? Do you have like a house out here or something? You go into the cafe? Does our horse need his nightly coffee? Well, he's going up there somewhere. We're gonna have to investigate that in the future. Oh no, and Presley's out here waiting for us. Oh, he was probably hoping that we were going to be done with the pickaxe. Oh, and I wonder if this lady right here... Are you by any chance looking for a horse?
Haven't seen you around. Where you from?
Sam, a member of the Civil Corps. She might actually be a new character. I don't remember meeting her before. Well, let's chat with you, I guess. It's beautiful outside the town, right, little fellow? Little fellow? Oh, and is that... Oh, is that a pig? Oh my gosh, I remember you. Sorry, bye, by the way. Nice to meet you, I guess, but we have some very important business to attend to. Yeah, QQ was Gus' pet, and I want to say that Gus had something to do with the mayor of town. Like maybe he was his son? Oh, wait a second. Do you think QQ would actually like the apple that we found as a gift? Let's try giving QQ one of these sweet red apples. Oh, he loved that. +3 in relationship. Now, if I remember correctly, there was actually a way for us to track the favorite gifts of all the townspeople. Wait a second, though. QQ is our adversary? What? I thought he liked that gift. Oh my gosh. Well, it does say that he likes apples. It's not something that he loves, but this menu is one of my favorite things about this game. Now, there's no way that we'll ever forget what sort of gifts we've given around town. And judging by the amount of people that we still have yet to meet, there is going to be quite a bit of gift giving for us to keep track of. I guess now would probably be a good time for us to go into the character tab too, because it looks like we have a couple of these skill points to distribute. So we can click to add skill points. I think we actually did a little bit of this previously. We can add them in certain branches, so fighting, gathering, social as well. Realistically though, it would probably be better for us to go with something from the gathering branch. We're not fighting just yet, and really everything is about gathering the resources to make the tools that we need. So we could either decrease the stamina that it takes to use the axe, the pickaxe, or we could get some lucky little boost when we're kicking trees. So that could give us double the loot. Ooh, hang on, but I almost forgot about this one. Intensive training gives us a little bit more experience. So we would actually want to do this one before anything else. And more levels means more skill points to distribute amongst these trees. So let's go ahead and apply it right there. Alright, Jess. Now that it is extremely late, let's go back to our little workbench and we'll see if we can make that pickaxe. That way we'll be ready to hand it straight over to Presley as soon as we wake up in the morning. So craft your first pickaxe, and the quest should be officially done. All we have left to do is deliver it to him. Now I'd imagine that we probably can't do that right now. It's so late that he must be asleep. Is he actually back there though? Like kind of right behind our house? I wonder if maybe he's in the bistro. It looks like there's a little restaurant back there. Well, let's go back into town. We'll cross our fingers that we don't end up passing out if it gets a little bit too late. Yeah, it looks like he might actually be inside here. So let's go ahead and stick our noses in, I guess. I wonder if he would still judge our work, even though it's so late. I mean, technically it's after hours for him. He's pretty much done with his job. He must be around here somewhere though. There he is. Oh, Presley, what are you eating? Is that like a giant slab of meat? Well, let's remember that. That might help us with gifting in the future.
Auntie, nicely done. You can keep them. I just wanted to see what you can do. Now for the second test. You are to build a stone furnace. This one's a bit tougher. You'll need to use the assembly station in your yard to complete this task.
Alright, 1 stone furnace, and we need to use the assembly station to complete it.
If I remember correctly, your pa kept a very detailed account of the things he made. You might want to flip through his workshop handbook and see if you can find a diagram for the stone furnace. Once you have a diagram, just use it on the assembly station in your yard to start construction.
Alright, that sounds easy enough. I think I actually remember using that in the past. We use the assembly station to make larger projects, so the bridges and whatnot, all the things that need extra little bits and bobs to fit together, I guess. So it's getting a bit late right now. Looks like everybody is pretty much going back home. We have Dr. Zoom. We actually heard a thing or two about you, so we might as well get to know the local doctor.
If you don't feel very well, just come to the clinic. I'll offer you my best help.
Oh, thank you very much, Dr. Zoo. It's nice to know that somebody's looking out for us, even as we're so new in town. I'm guessing he's probably the only doctor in town, so he probably has quite a bit of work to do. But yeah, this over here, this is the assembly station. And it looks like it wants us to investigate this right away. So before we have Jess tuck herself into bed, let's read a little bit about this thing, and maybe see if we can actually find the ingredients that we'll need for the stone furnace. So the stone furnace is going to take a stone stool to make, and we can create that with just 10 pieces of stone. I wonder if we have enough to do that right now. We can make the stone stool from the work table. You know, I think that might be new. That's pretty helpful. It actually tells us what sort of machinery we'll need, what sort of items will make all of these parts, or where we can find them if we can't make them. So just a stone stool and 10 pieces of wood. That seems pretty easy. It's probably the easiest thing that we have to make here. So with the relevant parts equipped, we can aim the silhouette at the construct and then place it down. Parts can be installed or recovered when standing near the construct silhouette, so we can pick them up again if we need to. And with all the parts in place, press the E key to pick up the item. Alright, so judging by what we have inside our inventory right now, we should literally have just enough. All we have to do is come over here and find that stone stool that they were talking about. So what would that be under? Furniture? Yes, there we go. So that means that we could actually place this inside our house too if we wanted to. Convenient and practical, it's nice to sit on during the summer. And it even gives us a little tiny boost in stamina if we place it inside. Not that that'll matter too much with all of those holes still in the floor, of course. But let's go ahead and make one of those stone stools. And then as far as the wood goes, I'm pretty sure that we just need to place this down, right? There shouldn't be any reason for us to create something for it. So place down the stone stool, and then place down the wood. And there we go, our very first furnace is already done. So that means, do we just place it down? Or do we need to bring this to Presley? Now I know it's surely too late for us to bring it to him now, so maybe that's something we should wait for in the morning. But I hope you guys are enjoying our reintroduction to My Time at Portia, because this is honestly one of my favorite games. It reminds me so much of Stardew Valley, but it feels a little bit more alive with how wide and expansive this world is. There are so many different villagers for us to meet, so many shops and places to explore, and we haven't even scratched the surface yet. When we get our builder's license tomorrow, a lot more is going to open up for us too. So I hope you guys are looking forward to continuing the journey, but for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!